Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MJM once again. My name is MARKIA, and this is
JUNGIMASTER.
And this is your number one place for righteousness and ratchetness. JUNGIMASTER, what are we doing today?
I thought I'd turn the tables around.
Uh-huh.
The last few weeks we've had Puppy on the show, we've had K-Wack on the show.
Yeah.
Great guests.
Yeah.
Great talented artists.
Absolutely.
It's your turn today, brother.
All right.
You're a singer, you're a songwriter, you're a producer.
Yeah.
And you might be God. We don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I'm God. That's
Look,
for sure.
I thought we could interview you today, man, and ask you, all about your music, all about your career.
Yeah.
And how you got here today.
Right.
So, let's start, let's think about this and start and, how did you first get into music, brother?
How did I first get into music? You want like the personal stuff?
Give me what we want, man. The crowd wants what you can give them, like the deep, meaningful stuff, man. That's what they want to see. They don't want to see some crap, like Kanye West puts out. They want to see the real you.
All right.
Let's be deep.
I got into music. I remember being like 4 years old and seeing Michael Jackson.
Yeah, right.
And I remember like being in my bedroom with the mirror and just trying to imitate Michael.
I'm standing.
Exactly.
With the man. Is that what you said?
Exactly. I wouldn't have done that, man. But no,
Did you have balls there? Sorry, man.
Yo, can we start this again, man? Yes, I would watch Michael Jackson.
Yeah, right.
I would just like imitate, and I'd try and sing like him. I'd try and dance like him.
Yeah.
And all that kind of just progressed. And I remember like then to fast forward another 5 years from there.
Yeah.
I remember my sister being into like groups like Jodeci and Boyz II Men.
Yeah, right.
And I remember like her. This is like going back, and this is like showing my age. But she would like wear like the cross colors. And I don't know if you remember like crisscross. They used to wear their clothes back to front.
Yep.
So I started doing the same thing.
Yep.
And I was like, this is cool, and this was like hip, and like it all kind of progressed from there. So after like I guess my my younger years, when I became a teenager, I just started writing lyrics because I just wanted to express. At that time, my parents had split up.
Yeah, right.
And I became very like introverted, and so
That's surprising, given your talents and how extroverted you look right now.
Well, the crazy thing is, I would say majority of artists are introverted.
Really?
Because like what they do on stage and what they do like in the music is actually their expression, their outward expression.
Yep.
They say a lot of people, this is the reason why a lot of them suffer with depression, is because they internalize everything. And so the expression only comes when you're on stage or when you're, behind the mic.
Yeah, right.
So for myself, it just became an outlet. So I just started writing. And it just started snowballing from there. I got into DJing when I was 16.
Yep.
And from there, it just all started from there. So
when did you first start recording? You started DJing at 16, but were you actually recording music then?
So I started recording when I was 14 years old.
Yeah, right.
How I started...
How'd you do it? Yeah, that's all we're gonna get at.
This is gonna show my age. Before there was MP3s, we had a thing called tape. The thing called tape that you actually had to rewind. And so what I would do, I would actually create beats on this PlayStation program called Music Generator.
Yeah, right.
And I would export the beat. When I say export, I would take an auxiliary cable and plug it into like a karaoke machine.
Yeah, right.
And record the beat, like actually record the beat onto a tape. Then take that same karaoke machine and take a blank tape with the one I just recorded, and then record my vocal over that onto the new tape. Right. So all you would hear at the start of any like song was, and then it would come in. And I actually remember giving that tape to label guys.
Yeah, right.
Saying, hey man, I'm a rapper. And I'm sure they're like, what the heck is this?
But I'm sure that was what was happening back in the day. Back then.
Back then, there was a recording.
I do remember that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode where Will Smith...
he's recording Boyz II Men?
No, he's recording Ashley. And takes Ashley's tape to the producer.
This is Ashley Banks.
That's it.
Yeah, I remember that. It was...
you were like an Ashley Banks back then. Just walking around with the little...
Ashley Banks.
I couldn't give you Will Smith, man. You're not that good looking.
No, damn.
Just keep it down.
I got the ears for it, though. Back then, we recorded on a thing called DAT tape, right? And so that would be what you give to labels.
Yeah.
The problem was studio time was incredibly expensive because people didn't have their own like home studio setups. Everything was you had to go to an actual studio. And so I remember like saving up $250 and this was probably like I think every artist has a really bad experience when they start off. I remember going to a recording studio. I say recording studio in very loose terminology. It was a studio set up in the back of this old white guy's clothing store in Bayswater.
Yeah, right.
Where he just said, "Hey, I'll record you for $50 a song."
Yeah, right.
I'm like, cool. So I literally go in there and I record with this guy, and he had no idea he didn't know what hip hop was.
Yeah, that's funny.
And after it was done, I had this product which I hated.
Yeah.
I thought it was terrible, and it just got scrapped.
Do you still have the tapes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'd love to hear one.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I'd love to hear one.
No, you don't.
I don't know where we're gonna find an old school cassette player, but
man,
if our viewers are out there, got like an old school cassette player, send it in to us. I want to play this guy's old school tapes.
No, you don't hear that, man.
Old school mixtapes that he used to hand out to the girls in the playground as well. That's what I hear. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. What? You know, we're Sri Lankan background. Yeah. We're from a curry background. And you know how our curry parents are very into their, education. They're hammering in, you got to be a doctor, you got to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
What did they say to you when you told them that you want to be into music?
The funny thing is, I didn't actually have a sit-down conversation with my parents.
Yep.
I just did it.
Yep.
In the meanwhile, I did the curry thing and I went and studied IT programming.
Yeah.
Which I hated.
Yep.
And I hope I never have to get a job in IT programming.
Yeah.
But what happened was, I did it simultaneously.
But I think that's a good life lesson. I think for all young and upcoming artists,
100%,
to get through school at least, and even do something in TAFE or university.
Absolutely. I mean, the bottom line is that you just can't put all your eggs in one basket, especially when that one basket is music.
Yeah. Yep.
In this country,
so I respect that, brother. I respect that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I got my diploma in IT programming, and then I also got my degree in theology.
Yeah.
Right. So I've got study behind me because I'm wise enough to know that this industry, man, it's
cutthroat.
It's 1% that makes it through to what we say is success. And even at that age, I also knew. Right? We all have dreams and ambitions, and we've got this fire when we're younger that we want to just chase after our dreams, and we do that. We do it, but sometimes it doesn't work out the way that we expect it. And sadly, the success stories are a very minimal amount compared to the failures. We just don't hear about it, unfortunately.
That's deep, man. That's deep. But it's good that your parents supported you.
100%.
I think that's a great thing to see.
Yeah.
Look, your album's coming out soon, I think. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh yeah.
From the gossip articles, the TMZs,
the Lankan gossip sites.
Serendip. But look, I want you to talk about your album and tell me, how you came about writing these songs.
Yeah.
I know, you've been through a lot. Tell me how you got to those songs. Talk to me, That's what I mean. I know you went through a bit of heartache.
Hands up.
I know a few of these songs are, about heartache and breakups and stuff like that. Tell us the real meaning behind your songs.
Well, I mean, as of now, I think the 3 songs that I put out from the album, Free Falling was the first one, Light Work was the second one, and now the third one is The Villain. People kind of gained an idea of where I was at. And to be honest, and I think I was kind of surprised that it actually shocked a lot of people because, my background as far as where I really, started pushing for my music was when I was doing just full-blown Christian hip-hop music. And so with that, your messaging is always going to be something positive because you're talking about that. But then when you come out and you start talking about all this stuff, when I'm talking about a relationship that didn't work out, or I'm talking about, friendships that I had in the industry that fell through, or I'm talking about myself saying, hey, is this all my fault, as I was in The Villain? People start questioning where I'm at and start questioning, my, I don't say mental state, but, how am I doing? And the fact is, I leave everything on the track, right? I'm good. I get to a point where I just feel like my studio becomes like my counseling room and I just express, right? The thing is if people actually receive that, because, I've had a lot of great feedback from the new songs, and I've also had some backlash.
Yeah.
Because people just took the songs personally, right? And for me, I've got to like settle with myself and say, I am 100% confident in the music that I'm creating because it's coming from a real place, right? Whether people like the realness or not is up to them, but I have to be honest with myself and actually talk about what's on my heart.
Yeah.
And that's where people are going to start questioning, especially people that know me, I guess, from an inner circle perspective or even just from a distance. They're going to ask the question of, we know who Free Falling was about. We know who Light.
Tell us what Free Falling was about. Who was it about?
I'm not going to tell you who it was about.
Who was it about?
I'm going to tell you who it was about.
Come on, man. Like, you know, our fans want to know what it's about.
No, I'll tell you what it's about.
Oh, come on.
I'm going to tell you who it's about.
Oh, you're a killer.
Yo,
you're a killer, man. Come
see
on.
the things you're trying to do for likes, man? The problem is, if I
it's all right, brother. We're here for you. I'm here for you, brother.
If I tell you who it's about, it doesn't keep you guys intrigued.
I'm intrigued now. I'm intrigued now.
See how they do me, K-Way? I'm going to tell you that whoever that song is about, right, it got me to a place where I felt that the relationship was incredible. I thought the relationship was flying. And when, I guess, people change their mind or they second guess, you're falling. And so that's what happens. And so I wrote that song about this whole idea of crap, gone up too far too quickly, and now crash course heading to nowhere.
Yep.
And that's how that song came about, right? All I can say is whoever that song is about, they inspired a song that got put onto Australian radio, and it charted in Sri Lanka. So thank you. Seriously, thank you, because if that wasn't there, that song never would have come about. And I guess this is the positive in all these negatives. Something good does come out of it. They may not feel that it's good, but hey, man,
I think you're right. I think that's deep. out of the 3 songs that you released to date, which one's your favorite?
They all have like a special place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They all mean something in a particular way. And I can only explain it like this. Free Falling is obviously about a relationship. Light Work is about friendships. It's about allegiances. It's about loyalty. And it's about...
Who's the snitch? Who's the snake? Who's the liar?
Triangle offices, ballers need to retire.
Yeah, I like that.
But that's the thing. So again, I approach it in a very hip hop sense, where it was just strictly just bars, because that's where I was at.
Yep.
But then that's why I made the 3rd single, The Villain, because what I'm talking about there is this whole idea of, wait a second, is this me? Am I the creator of my problems? Am I the one that is now creating this mess for myself, right? Do I need to be a bit more aware of what my shortcomings are, right? One of the things that I realized, I guess, in this album process is that, and I think with any artist, we're super sensitive, right? We're so sensitive that anything, whether it's something slight, can just get to us and just take us down this downward spiral of negativity.
Why is that? Why are you guys so super sensitive? Why is that? I think
because in order to write from a creative space, you have to be emotionally in tune with yourself. Right, you can't shut off emotion, because if you shut off emotion, all of a sudden your music becomes so robotic, and it becomes formulated that no one actually receives anything from it. They don't connect to it. But think about someone like Adele. Adele wrote her albums about breakups. Her whole first album was just about one guy. Yeah. And that one album was enough to catapult her into superstardom, because people related to what she went through. Had she not gone through it, we would probably never hear about it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true actually.
So that's
not have made it.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's the thing. It's almost like now, if I get to that idea of, hey, I need to be that person that just shuts off emotion, it's almost like I'm shutting off my creativity. Or I'm shutting off the source of my creativity. Yep. And I don't want to do that. I think I would rather be the emotional guy. Do you think
that when your emotions get the better of you, that you've lost relationships, you've lost friendships? Because of it? Because people outside don't understand a musician's sensitivities kind of thing? You know what I mean?
I think when you put a group or a room full of creatives in one place, it's going to be hell. And the reason for that is because you're dealing with egos, you're dealing with emotions, you're dealing with people's feelings, and you're bound to rub people up the wrong way because they're all people just like you. They're all super sensitive, right? They're all passionate about what they do, and they all want the spotlight. So if someone, especially in the Australian industry, if someone gets any type of shine, it's always because, it's because they look like this, or it's because of this, not because they're actually talented. And that's the real problem. So that's why I feel like, in these type of situations, I feel like, and this is again, that's what I'm talking about, light work. I'm in a situation where I'm in a room full of people that are just like me. And they want the same things that I want. They're thriving for the same things that I am in an industry which is so narrow that only one or two people can maybe walk through that door, right? So the moment someone gets close to that door, everyone's trying to pull them away and say, no, I want to get in that door first. How do you stop that? Right? I don't know if that's being emotional.
But what about the outside world? I mean, let's go outside the whole music industry. What about your say your close friends outside the music industry, and say they don't understand your feelings or they take something the wrong way. Has that affected you? Has that actually ended up with you losing friendships or having a bit of beef or whatever?
I would say if it's real friends, it's never beef. Right. If it's people close to me, it's never beef. It's just a misunderstanding. Because I have a rule that the people that I keep closest to me, I don't get offended by because I know that their intention for me is not ill. They have the best interest, they have my best interest at heart. So I can never take things too seriously when it comes to that. Because I know they're for me, right? They're 100% for me. And so if that's the case, then everything is said in good fun. Everything is great in that sense. So that's where for me, I've always kept that rule. Where I don't take things too seriously with those people. I don't, try to take things personally when it comes to that. If things do, I guess, get a little bit close to home, I might say something. But it's never like, what? No, it's not that. No, I'm not that at all. So
that's deep. That's deep. Look, I think some of our viewers probably don't know this. You're actually like a certified pastor. I don't think a lot of people would know that. Tell us more about that aspect of your life. Your faith.
Man, the funny thing is, like, my faith is everything. My faith is absolutely everything. When I'm talking about an album where I've lost a whole bunch of things, the one thing that I never lost was my faith. Right? Everything else in your world can fall around you, but your faith is always intact. Well, that's for me anyway. And my faith in Jesus has been something that I've held on to since the time I was 16. At about the same time I started writing was the same time that Jesus came into the picture. And when that happens, for me, that's been foundation. I believe that after the music is done, after I've, hung up the mic, that's gonna be where I go into. Right? And that's why now I believe that I'm now creating leeway for myself. I'm creating space for myself to be able to talk to people in a very normal way and not in a superly, overtly Christian way, to tell them about Jesus, but in a way that they would understand. And unfortunately, that's where some people in church have got it twisted the wrong way. Because I can't go into a club or I can't go into a concert and speak in the same way that I would speak in church because people wouldn't understand the language, right? But I gotta go in there and show them from their aspect and from their level what this is all about. And that's where my music has also has changed and adapted to kind of cater for that. So I want to be real, I want to be honest, and I want to talk about my experiences. So yeah, man, my faith is always going to be a big part of me.
No, that's good. That's deep, man. So end of the day, when is the actual album gonna be releasing, man? Do you know when it's gonna drop?
Hopefully it's gonna be in the second quarter of the year, so we're there now. So it'll be hopefully, winter.
Because every time I see you, I've been asking you.
I know. But this is the thing, man.
I want to hear it, bro.
I got that luxury of, like, I don't have a deadline. And of course, that's a gift and a curse, because if you don't have a deadline, that means that you don't have to put any restrictions on yourself. But then also means that you just become too picky about stuff as well at the same time.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, man.
Look, I thought we'd end the show today with my favorite segment, Gone in 60 Seconds, where I ask you a couple of questions and you got to answer within 60 seconds.
Yeah, man.
So we'll start off with the first question, man. In a casino, red or black?
Black.
Yeah, why? Because you're black?
No, because Wesley Snipes said in Passenger 57, always better black.
So if you were to date a celebrity, female or male, who would it be, man?
Well, it'd be female.
Well, I'm catering for all sexualities here.
Well, it'll be female and it'll be Tinashe. That's for sure.
Tinashe.
Yeah. Sorry, Ben Simmons.
Danny Nongfella.
I know. See, I respect you, man, because we all, same area, we think alike. Got nothing but respect for that.
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
I would say that I'm not as sensitive.
Not as sensitive?
Yeah. Probably,
right.
I could probably control it more.
It's good because you told me that you're sensitive. Now I can, cater to
now you're
making sure,
Watch while I poke this bugger.
Well, I don't want to make you cry, brother. Let's pull out your phone now and tell me. Pull out your phone. Pull out your phone.
Okay.
And tell me who the last person you texted was.
Oh, really?
On the phone, yeah. Who was the last person you texted?
Last person.
And let's get that on camera because you can't bullshit.
No, last person I texted was K-Wack.
Oh dear, I thought it was gonna be a chick. You lucky K-Wack.
And it was K-Wack saying that he was going to be 5-10 minutes.
Right,
and he's saying,
enough.
I said, all good, bro, take the time. My man. Shout out to K-Wack. Because the other messages.
Damn, one off, man. Bloody K-Wack. Oh dear. What's your favorite song of all time?
Of all time?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's.
I know it's a hard question, but.
Oh my gosh, of all time? Nah,
I've only got 60 seconds.
I can't. Oh, all time.
Ticking.
You know what? All-time favorite hip-hop track is still D.I.E.
Yeah, right.
With Dr. Dre. I think it is the most incredibly produced, mixed, lyrical.
Fair call.
Everything.
I'll get you. What's your worst ever dating experience?
Oh gosh.
Be honest.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say names though. I'm trying to get
Drop
names.
a few names, man.
No, I'm not gonna
drop any names tonight at all, man. What the hell?
Any names? Yeah. New Year's Eve. This was years ago.
Yeah.
I was taking this girl out, and she said that, she wanted to go out to this club, right? There was a club called Next Blue at Crown. It's not there anymore. So again, it shows my age. And everyone knows you just don't go to a club on New Year's because firstly, you can't get a park anywhere. Secondly, if you do find a park, there's boobs. There's booze buses everywhere.
Yeah.
And then it costs like $60 to get into any place, right?
Yeah.
So we go to Next Blue. When we're there, she gets a phone call at 11:45 to say her cousin's in hospital.
Yeah.
And we had to go at that moment. So I spent New Year's in a car on the Monash Freeway, driving back to Dandenong because her cousin was in hospital.
Oh dear.
And I'm like, crap.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty crap.
Yeah, that was the worst experience.
Boxers or briefs? Do you prefer wearing boxers or briefs or even a bra?
Boxers.
Okay, fair enough. Last question, man. If you had one chance to change something in this world, what would it be?
I would say that I would hope that people are more accepting of people's honesty and not holding their honesty against them.
That's deep. That's deep again.
Yeah. It needs to be the show, isn't it?
No, that's good. Look, man, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you. As if I'm not going to be here next week.
No, you will be here next week. Well, unless NCJ sacks you or something.
Hey,
but look, thanks very much for your time.
I appreciate it.
We've got you performing now. What song are you going to be performing?
The song is called Cameras Flashing.
Nice.
Which, of course, is off the album.
Check that one out,
so
guys.
This is, because I'm still keeping my spot here as a host, this is the MJM show, your #1 place for righteousness and ratchetness. Check it out.
Thanks, guys.
MJM. What up? Yeah. You can see the cameras flashing. Flashing. Yeah, you can see the cameras flashing. For you, for you. Cameras pop when we in the drop. Watch them flash while we make it dash. You got my Kevin Hart every time you laugh. And I be yelling swish every time you splash. Watching how you splurge, getting on their nerves. But really you deserve everything you earn. I mix a little trap with some Melbourne bounce. Now we collecting stares in a large amount. Let's make it count. You got some new likes. I call the weather drizzy when the view right. I hit 'em with the hezzy when we took flights. Maybe I'm just shook, right? We don't care what they say, we ain't all for the games they play. We don't care what they think, we ain't all for the things they hate. Yeah. So walk it out, smile for 'em, take a look, while on 'em, do your thing, style on 'em. And you can see the cameras flashing, flashing. Yeah, you can see the cameras flashing. For you, for you, for you, you. So walk it out now, walk it out now, walk it out now. And you can see the cameras flashing, flashing. Yeah, you can see the cameras flashing. For you, for you, for you, you. Yeah, you snatching fitteds out my wardrobe. Try to own my crib like it's foreclosed. Versace slippers on, all toes. White capri jeans, all snow. Order entrees with the dinner. You dancing like you Beyonce in the mirror. But they say all press is good press. But what you express ain't to impress. Won't give these critics the time of day. How much stalking could they do on a private page? Well, that's the type of thing they won't understand. They do it for the gram, you do it for your man. Yeah. We don't care what they think, we ain't all for the things they hate. Yeah. So walk it out, smile for 'em, take a look, while on 'em, do your thing, style on 'em. And you can see the cameras flashing, flashing. Yeah, you can see the cameras flashing. For you, for you, for you, you. So walk it out now, walk it out now. Yeah, walk it out now. And you can see the cameras flashing, flashing. Yeah, you can see the cameras flashing. For you, for you, for you, you. Do what we do like nobody watching. Feel that heat too, but nobody stopping. Hold up, they ain't got no luck, no luck. All we do is show up, and y'all make us blow up, blow up. Woo! So walk it out, smile for 'em, take a look, while on 'em, do your thing, style on 'em. And you can see the cameras flashing, flashing. Yeah, you can see the cameras flashing. For you, for you, for you, you. So walk it out now, walk it out now, walk it out now. And you can see the cameras flashing, flashing. Yeah, you can see the cameras flashing. For you, for you, for you, you. MJM. What up? Woo. We out.
You get the mirror and just trying to imitate Michael.
I'm standing
Exactly.
with the man. Is that what you said?
Exactly. I wouldn't have done that, man.
Mind the chick brings all the boys to the yard. Oh, that's really deep, man. So anyway,
If you do find a park, there's boobs. Boobs.
this guy's a pastor too. Titties galore.
Booze buses everywhere.
Yeah, come on, tell us the story.